Hey guys, welcome back. We today are gonna actually build a door booster. We're gonna need a booster for our cartridges, so I thought that, I kind of wanted to, facilitate this process a little bit. And a lot of people really complain about chunk unloading and, a pain in the ass that perpetual motion boosters are to set up, even though I sincerely think that the door booster is way harder to set up than the perpetual motion booster. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. We could use either one, but today we're going to go ahead and use the door booster because I want to play around with it, and it's kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. Ow. So if I remember correctly, it should be built something like this. It's going to be a pretty gnarly size booster. I want the drop to be as badass as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend it from that wall all the way to the floor, and I'm definitely going to run into this smart booster. So let's go ahead and extend this out towards this way. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Okay. And if we're lucky, we won't need to reboost this very much. So here's what's going to happen. Going to put a door. I believe the door has to be 2 below the track. So around there. Right here? Yes, I think the door goes there. Right, and then that's where we have to put our redstone line. So let's go ahead and exchange that for wood. And then let me place the door. Does it go out or in? I think it goes out. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Perfect. And then the last thing that we need to add is the ladder. Okay, so this is... Oh no, it goes out 1. 2, and then 1 more. Cool. So I can break this, and then all I have to do is place a ladder right there. Cool. So there's our door booster. It's pretty much the cart will fall in front of the door, get caught on the ladder, and we'll stop there. And then we're going to use gravity to boost the cart from a complete stop into motion. So I think we can just straight up do one of these. I think. No, that needs to be a... Okay, so we need to break the door first. Because the first track piece that the cart hits after falling from the door needs to be a slanted track piece. Needs to be a slanted track piece. And you need to use the block that is on top of the door in order to accommodate that. Or underneath the door, excuse me. Underneath. Okay, so I do believe that will work. What we do is we place a track here and there. Now we can break this and replace our door. I'll do that in a second. And then slowly line track towards this direction. Cool. Cool. Okay, why? Whatever. And then we just place our door here. That's not the direction we want. That, okay, because when the door closes, you want it to go towards the inside of the block. You don't want it to be on the outside, or else the cart's still going to get caught there. It's the basic logic behind this. So, I would try to set it up, but I kind of want a booster cart first. So, I could set up a booster cart here. I don't know how. Let's do a test real quick. Let's figure out how far our cart will travel without a booster. And yeah, that's probably not much further than the end there because it was going reasonably slow. So I'll go ahead and assume that we want a booster around here. I'm just gonna build one of your standard level boosters, just straight up on the level. I'll do that in a bit. First thing I want to do is get the logic out of the way. I want to get the logic out of the way. So our cartridge, each of our cartridges, and let me come over here to demonstrate, but each of our cartridges have a pressure plate underneath, a wooden pressure plate. And the carts inside of the cartridge depress that wooden pressure plate. So there will be a constant signal from that pressure plate so long as there are carts in there. I mean, there might be like a little stutter, but that's negligible because our cart is not going to be and I say that there's going to be a stutter because the carts are going to drop and then there's going to be no cart on the pressure plate for a little bit, but that stutter is negligible because we're not going to have a booster cart at the area where that logic needs to be determined when that stutter is happening. The booster's already going to be past the cartridges. So that was probably excruciatingly confusing, but I will demonstrate in a second. But oh, we need to curve earlier. What am I doing? A lot earlier. Where is my axe? Cool. So we actually need to curve right here because our cartridge could technically be open on either side. And actually, I changed my mind. Here's what we're gonna do. Right now, this cartridge is open on the left side. You see, it's open on this left side, right? I'm gonna go ahead and close off the left side with cobblestone, like so, and open up the other side, and just boost through that side, and then I'll leave the other two cartridges the same way. This is something that you can choose with any of your cartridges. This is something that you can choose with any of your cartridges. It's either side so long as the curve matches up. I just don't want to clip with the smart booster, so for this first cartridge, I'm just going to go ahead and open it up on the other side. So where was I? The pressure plates. Okay. So the pressure plates are being depressed. So what we want in order to have an optimal system, what we want is for our cartridge, if it's empty, to route the booster cart into a different cartridge. We don't want to have that cart going into an empty cartridge because that's going to screw up everything, isn't it? I mean, first of all, we're not going to get a cart back at the Watergate, and second of all, it's, you know, we're going to be wasting a boost, an entire boost. So that's what the pressure plates are going to do. They're going to serve as a tool to help us determine which cart we want to be boosted from the cartridge, or which cartridge we want a cart from, more specifically. Okay. Reuse all the cobble because By the way, the the lower level line on each of the modular cartridges that's underneath, on the last cartridge that you have, hooked up, the lower line is actually your overflow line. That's the line when all the cartridges are full and then a cart is sent into each cartridge. It's going to eventually come to this line. So you need to route this line somewhere where it's not going to clog up your system. Usually you can just leave it in the back of the station, and whoever does maintenance on your system can go check it occasionally, and it's not really a problem. If you want to do something fancy schmancy with it, you're welcome to. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to you as the station builder. I like to route it into the lobby. I just find that it's easier to do, but I'm also like lazy when it comes to maintenance, so I just do whatever helps me best. So you guys figure that out. We're at 11 minutes right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and the next episode we'll finish this up, and we'll go ahead and I think do some redstone wiring. I'm feeling some wiring right now, so we'll go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll start the wiring for this part of the station. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.